When I had on my backpack, finna walk to the car, I said, I love you. He said, I love you too, and I said, I'll see you later.
Janae King tearfully describes the last moment she saw her boyfriend alive. The 16-year-old was at school when she learned Ladarius Bush was killed in a drive-by shooting.
I just couldn't believe it. I just want to know what happened.
The 17-year-old was playing video games inside King's parents' home where he lived on 7th Avenue Monday when police say a car full of rival gang members opened fire.
This is on Thanksgiving, and we was matching.
King describes Bush as a good listener with a big heart. The two had recently learned they were going to be parents to a baby boy.
He was so happy, he could not believe it.
King says Bush was excited to provide for his growing family and was looking forward to the birth of their son. Now, the baby will grow up without knowing his father.
When I deliver our baby, he's not going to be there to help me hold my hand. All that. I never get to wake up and see his face no more. You know, give him a kiss and all that.
A stark reality of gang violence and its consequences.
Bradley Clark woke up Saturday morning to find a rock through his back windshield.
The rock was in front of the driver's seat in the floorboard. So if somebody tall threw it, it'd go straight down. So I don't know if they threw it sideways or somebody short threw it or what. I really, but somehow or another it got in front of my driver's seat in the floorboard.
He is one of the 41 victims hit in the Cleveland area. Neighbors across the city, the target of vandals.
Well, there's something wrong with people. What are they doing? They're not stealing anything, they're just vandalism.
Police responded to the first call around 6 a.m. Saturday morning, and the calls kept coming.
There's no telling who it is. I mean, adults or children, hopefully we'll get to the bottom of this and we'll get them charged.
Clark says this isn't the first time his quiet community has been hit.
You're at their mercy because they can come any night or any time. And so you don't stand a chance.
Cleveland police say they will be out monitoring the communities. They encourage neighbors to keep their eyes out for any unusual behavior.
You don't know when they're coming. You don't know if they're going to hit your area. So it's not really fair for people to have to guard their homes.
With the police out in force and investigators looking into leads, neighbors wait for justice to be served.
I hope they catch somebody. Some of these people need to get a job. Get a life.
Everything from British to anime to comics to authors to sci-fi, paranormal, you name it, we probably got it.
Over 4,000 people packed the convention center this weekend to share their love of pop culture.
Sharing our love for fandoms, for fan art, for books, movies, video games, characters in general, and just general nerdiness.
Every year the list of events gets longer as people from across the country invade the scenic city.
The more people come to spend money, stay at the hotels, eat at the restaurants, we're all getting a piece of that pie.
Fans were able to choose from 500 different programs, making it difficult to see everything in one weekend.
You could put the effort into seeing as much as possible. You never come to a show like this or an event of this nature and assume you're going to do everything there is to do. And if you try to do that, you're going to wear yourself out.
One day was not enough for Levi Jones. He dropped $60 on a 3-day pass. He didn't want to miss any of the action.
To see what it holds in store. New vendors, new workshops, just fun stuff.
Stupefied.
So whether your thing is for lightsabers and wands or robots and Power Rangers, there was something to please everyone and to prove, just maybe, nerds do have more fun.
It's not just about the nerdy comics that people grew up with, it's about having fun.
The event began back in 2006 with just 2 people. Now in its 9th year, organizers say Connecticut pumps more and more money into the local economy. Now, if you miss this weekend's event, don't worry. Plans for 2017 is already in the works. For now, reporting in Chattanooga, Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News. As soon as patients walk through these doors, they are greeted by dozens of volunteers who have donated their time to help local residents. And they say they wouldn't want it any other way. David De Palma traveled over 900 miles to help neighbors seeking medical attention. He is one of 25 student volunteers from the University of Buffalo.
There's a lot of people out there I know in pain, and a lot of people that need our help and that aren't getting served otherwise.
At RAM Clinics, De Palma and his peers do hands-on dental work. It is a chance to better their craft, all while giving back to the community.
They get experience that they probably won't see in the dental school, and they're exposed to situations they probably wouldn't see in the dental school. So for them, it's these kids love it.
More than 100 volunteers from across the country helped make this weekend's clinic a success. Tanya Marthaler traveled from North Carolina to test blood sugars.
I just feel like in this life we're here to give back, and I think to help people that are not able to get health care and be skilled in an area that I can help, it's important for me to be here as much as I can.
Many volunteers were local, and not all had medical backgrounds. Marilyn Tolliver helped translate for Spanish-speaking patients.
The people who've come in are really needy, and so it's really great to see people with eye and teeth problems being taken care of when their insurance won't take care of it, so we've enjoyed it.
For many of these volunteers, the time spent at the RAM Clinic is their passion, something they enjoy, no matter how long the hours are or how demanding the job may be.
We obviously know that there's people out there that need our help, and there's not enough things like this. I think there needs to be more of it.
Just do it. Dentistry's a hard business, but it's been good to me, so it's sort of a way to give back, and maybe it's my way to heaven.
If you missed this weekend's clinic in Ray County, the next clinic in our area will be in Bradley County on April 29th for special needs and senior citizens. For more information, just head to our website at WRCBTV.com. For now, reporting in Ray County, Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News. This massive hardwood tree fell in between these two homes on Clemens Road. It sideswept this house, but damaged the roof of this one. But neighbors say the damage could have been a lot worse. Stephen Pollard came home to an unwelcome surprise Friday evening. The old hardwood tree in his neighbor's backyard was now in his front yard.
They said the tree was rotted out when when I got there last night, and I got to take a look at it, and yeah, the hole inside it's a big hole. I think it was termite damage or something. But
tree branches and down power lines cover most of the yard on Clemens Road. The homeowner says it was a close call.
The house is still standing, so and for a tree that big, it could have easily fallen.
He wasn't home at the time, but his next door neighbor, Jessica Coots, was. She heard a cracking noise and rushed out of her bedroom.
I knew exactly what it was because of the April 27th storms, and I just took off running to the opposite end of the house. That's the only thing I knew to do.
It's no surprise for Coots. The tree came crashing down. She says it was just a matter of time.
About a month ago, I noticed that the tire swing was getting lower and lower to the ground. And I was like, oh God, this tree's about to go away anytime. I don't know when, but hopefully I'm not home.
Pollard says the tree landed in the perfect position to avoid hurting anyone. It fell in the back corner of his house and scraped the side of his neighbor's home. He doesn't see any damage inside his home and not too much on the outside.
That hit the electrical box that's just on the side of the house. Other than that, there might be some roof damage. We're going to have to wait until they clear out the tree to figure all that out.
He says it's more of an inconvenience, but an inconvenience that could have caused serious damage.
If I'd been home, I would have been SOL because, that's where I parked my car, and I would not have a car today. So.
Thankfully, there were no injuries, and neighbors say they hope to have the tree removed by early next week. Reporting in East Ridge, Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A lot of folks she didn't like, but she still smiled at me anyway.
Tears and laughter fill the pavilion at Island Cove Marina as family and friends remember Elizabeth Bodley.
She talked to you straight from her heart. There was no falseness, no front. It was all her.
The 39-year-old was known for her talent as a stylist at Villa Salon, where she worked for 8 years. Owner Sherry Bryant says no one walked away from Bodley untouched by her love.
She had a beautiful smile, a great laugh. She's very playful, yet when it came to her art, she was very serious.
Clients like Kat Omley echo that statement. She trusted Bodley with her hair for 20 years and says the stylist had a way of making her customers feel like they were more than an appointment.
She talked me into changing my dull blonde regular self. She said, be bold, wear a different color, wear a color you normally wouldn't wear.
Bodley loved to sport vibrant colors herself, although it wasn't her hair color, but the relationships with those around her that brought color into the lives she loved.
She made you see the world in the colors the way it should be, bright and vibrant, forever.
Everybody felt loved, and in turn, we all loved her. And so I think that that's the main ingredient. It's just she just sprinkled love wherever she went.
Photographer and I, Nick Porter, we arrived on the scene right after that police chase came to an end. It ended right there at the East Brainerd Road exit on I-75 North. The suspect who was fleeing from police was 20-year-old Cordavius Caldwell from Nashville.
Girls, tell me, what are you doing here today? Oh, yeah, we're having a snowball fight here. Is that one of your favorite activities in Winter Wonders? Yeah. Let's see. You want to have a big snowball fight with me? Let's see who. Yeah. Oh, they're so excited. Alrighty, ready? Everybody start throwing. Well, not at me. Not at each other. Ready? Set, go. As you can see, this is just one of the many things going on here at Winter Wonders today. It's a new exhibit. Oh, this girl's using a shovel. It is a new exhibit they're opening today, and it's running until January 4th.
Thankfully, she's alive and well, but the questions of what happened that night remain. What was going on? Who was involved and why? So we're trying again, hoping that the passage of time will help. Situations may have changed. Maybe the burden of guilt is too heavy to bear. Whatever the case, if you have information about what happened, we want to talk to you. We have Crime Stoppers cash and our guarantee that you will remain anonymous.
Well, good Sunday morning from the site of the Tax Slayer Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. And go ahead and stop me if you've heard this one before. Georgia wins a football game in Jacksonville, Florida. Of course you've heard it. Well, they did it again yesterday. However, this one